Education has improved the lives of individuals and societies. The means of conducting learning have been changing throughout our history. Printing is an example of an improvement that has made education easier to access. The internet has provided us with another medium of sharing information that we can use to share educational content, like videos, encyclopedias, or online courses.
Encyclopedias can be really hard to understand and boring.
Videos can be hard to make and especially time-consuming. Online courses can be hard to create. In most cases, it requires the creator to have prior knowledge of web development, which is uncommon among people from domains other than computer science. This means that those domains are less likely to provide free quality courses.
But you may ask how effective access to online courses can be. An interesting study conducted by Stack Overflow, which is a website popular amongst programmers, has found that nearly 18% of the professional developers did not earn a singular degree, academic degree, in their life. Which is very interesting because many of them relied on online courses to learn their profession. Computer science is additionally a great case study for this, as biasing does not influence the quality of the courses too much. Individuals or even small teams can create quality content, but in some subjects like history, it's very difficult to get quality content with biased data.
Creating a decentralized platform with knowledge about this subject is difficult. Many platforms fail at this. Only platform to achieve a good success at it is Wikipedia, which encourages many users to do corrections to articles in order to counteract these issues. Many of the other tools available lack the interactivity which is needed to convey the information, and they sometimes do not meet the teaching principles which are crucial for effective education. Many of them spread biased or inaccurate information. Current solutions have issues, but if those issues can be overcome, a decentralized online course creation will give many people opportunities to upskill, expand their knowledge, and deepen their passion at low cost. Countless talented people are unable to create their websites or video tutorials as their field of expertise lies outside of web development or video editing. Those people and many others would greatly benefit from a platform that would set the scene of online learning.
In motion, this is where the idea for Learnopedia was born. To address the aforementioned issues found by research. The whole aim is to create a platform that will allow people to share, edit, and access content completely for free online.
But how would it be done? The platform is structured in a way that it will be able to practically manage itself without much outside intervention. This will allow it to grow in the future and reach more people. Anyone is able to create or edit content on the platform using a simple graphical user interface. The platform also follows many educational principles to make the experience as enriching as possible. But how do you address biasing? By allowing users to collaborate during creation of content. Any user will be able to suggest edits that then have to be approved by a quorum of editors involved in content. Why am I wearing sunglasses? Additionally, as there is many platforms with resemblance to Learnopedia, it is important to have a look at what they do well and what they struggle with. Those platforms are W Free Schools, Free Code Camp, and Geeks for Geeks. W Free School is quite different from them, as content can be only created by a small editorial team. As such, the potential for the growth of that platform is quite limited. And in the case of Free Code Camp and Geeks for Geeks, the potential of going into a different context, like for example history, is also quite limited due to their review process, which is limited in resources. Finally, all those platforms have good or adequate tools for computer science, but lack any other tools for other subjects. There is a platform that has a lot of tools for a plethora of subjects, which is Udemy, but in that case, that platform is a premium model. As such, the users have to pay a fee to access any content. Now I'd like to look what academic research identifies as important aspects for a platform like that. The main problem highlighted by research is the retention rates of online courses. Some studies suggest that the dropout rate can be as high as 70 to 80%. Gamification can inspire students' curiosity and allow them to apply information gathered through the course, helping the retention rates. Additionally, daily reminders are also used by many applications like Duolingo to keep the users coming back to the course. To ensure high retention rates, it is also important to keep content highly relevant to students' work or educational goals. Adult learners are an important consideration within this application, as they tend to benefit greatly from the many aspects of online courses, and they have specific requirements to their group. Adult learners tend to get discouraged when learning a concept that is not used in a practical exercise afterwards. To account for that, highly problem-based exercises should be advised to creators, and where possible, suitable tools provided to facilitate them for the benefit of the learner. Furthermore, older learners in many cases get motivated to turn to online courses at a point where they are presented with a problem relevant to or requiring the utility of presented knowledge. This points to the importance of proper search engine optimization, as those learners might only look for solutions to their immediate problems using search engines, but might be interested in following an entire course about this subject, or at least might benefit greatly from following a part of the course. Many studies highlight the importance of following up on information acquisition with knowledge construction. The inclusion of interactive tools is essential, as learning without them would simply be limited to information acquisition without knowledge construction. The final important aspect is providing the creator with means of sharing multimodal content. This is important as many studies show that no matter the preferred mode of learning of the learner, all learners benefit from multimodal content. Finally, presentation of the edits is an important part of how a collaborative platform performs and how does it make the collaborators feel. Displaying exact edits is very insightful, but in many cases, if the changes are implemented right away, this can lead to many conflicts between collaborators. As such, it's highly advised that all edits should first appear as suggestions and then only once approved should be stored. And now let's have a look at the platform itself. So now for the overview of the implemented application. This is the homepage of the platform. As you can see, it gives some information on what is on the platform. Additionally, some recommendations for the content, and it additionally will display any bookmarks that the user has at the moment. From there, we can click any content we would like, or we can search using the search bar on the top. The search bar on the top provides us with a list of matching entries and some information on them. All that information is in the course as well, so we can see there's the type, the date of creation, the date of last modification, how many authors have created it, so as the title, description, and keywords. The logged-in user is additionally presented with the upvote and downvote button. A non-logged-in user can only see the numbers of upvotes and downvotes. Then we have the option to add a bookmark or remove a bookmark if we have it already, or add a reminder. A reminder is a set email. We can set it as at an exact time in the future or with a delay from the current time, and that email, once we receive it, it reminds us to look at this content and can be snoozed. From that point on, is generally just a list of chapters, and a chapter on itself is a list of lessons. But the lesson is a bit more interesting. Lessons of list of lesson parts. That's for simplicity of edits. One of the possible lesson parts is a paragraph, which can have a title, has to have main text, and main text can include text in bold and italics or both. That's up to the user. Then we can additionally have links within the paragraphs, and those links can have custom names just for styling. And if the user clicks on that link, they are presented with the full link. That's for safety, they can inspect the link. At that point on, there's also the option to embed images. They can be externally hosted, or they can be hosted on the platform, so the user can just upload an image from their computer and have it displayed. And there's also the option to show code through the use of GitHub gists and embed videos. The option to embed images also gives us the option to create SVG diagrams, which, as you can see, allow us to have groups of shapes that, when highlighted, give us a name and a description to them. And the last embedded option is the quiz. So the quizzes can be singular choice like here, they can be multiple choice like this one, or they can be a written answer question as well. Let's have a look at the profile. So this is a logged-in user. They are presented with the option to edit some of the information. They have the level that is based on how much input they have put into the platform. That translates into XP, and they're shown how much XP they need for the next platform. The list of amendments they have created, and additional other options like deleting the account. Each of the contents and each of the user has a list of amendments they have created, and from there we can see all the changes that this user has done. And in the case of example content, we can see all the changes that were done on this content, and that includes all the information we need. Additionally, with amendments that have not been approved yet, we can support them, disagree with them, or report them, and reporting will count towards vetoing it, just like the disagree button, but it additionally will show to the moderator that there is something potentially wrong with this content. So if, for example, I decide to support, I'll be shown what is the support level, and if it reaches 100%, it will get applied. Otherwise, there's also displayed the veto level, which in this case is 0. Then when we get to the profile, we can see the profile in a way that other users see it, so they don't have any edit option, but they can still see the level. They can check the user's amendment. Finally, we have the upload images part, where if we upload an SVG, just like I have done now, it's more optimized for the desktop, because on a touchscreen, it would be a suboptimal experience. From that we can select shapes. So let's say I want to select these shapes, and I can give them some name. So that can be used in a plethora of ways to create different diagrams or maps, like here, and then some description. And then additionally I can provide it with a color, so let's say pink, and then if I add the group, as you can see, the group is added with that explanation, and there is option to undo, redo, and download the image at this stage. So this does not even require the user to upload it to the platform at the end. They can actually just use the tool as a tool to create a SVG diagram. For other interesting pages, I would need to refer you to a link you can see on screen right now. And it's also important to add that the evaluation of search engine optimization, performance, accessibility, and the user evaluation have found that the platform performs quite well in those regards. Thank you very much for watching.